The Manifesto of Shaping Reality, the book of your destiny. Prologue. The lie about reality. They told you reality is fixed, that life is a rigid structure, built by rules you didn't write, that your future is decided by your genetics, your luck, your location, or your last mistake. They lied. And the price of believing that lie is your potential. Because the truth is simple, powerful, uncomfortable, and liberating. Your thoughts create your reality. Not your degree, not your bank account, not your followers, your thoughts. Your inner world shapes your outer world. Every single time. This isn't fiction. This isn't wishful thinking. This is the original law of the universe, older than governments, stronger than failure, and more sacred than circumstance. It begins in silence, when no one is watching, when the world isn't cheering, when you're alone with nothing but a whisper inside that says, more is possible. And in that whisper is the seed of a new world. Because every empire, every invention, every revolution was first imagined by someone who refused to accept the world as it was. Chapter 1. The Power of Thought, the Blueprint of Reality. Your mind is not a passive observer. It is an architect. Every thought you entertain is a stroke of the chisel, carving the statue of your life. The question is, are you sculpting a masterpiece or burying it in rubble? The causative nature of thought. Napoleon Hill wrote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This isn't a motivational platitude. It's a psychological and metaphysical truth. Your thoughts are causative. They don't just reflect reality. They construct it. Cognitive science supports this. The reticular activating system, RAS, in your brain filters information based on what you focus on, amplifying opportunities or obstacles aligned with your dominant thoughts. Consider Thomas Edison. His laboratory was a graveyard of failed experiments, over 10,000 attempts to create the light bulb. Yet, he didn't see failure. In his mind, the light was already glowing. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His thoughts didn't mirror his circumstances. They defied them, bending reality to match his vision. Or take J.K. Rowling, a single mother on welfare. She wrote Harry Potter in cafes, battling depression and rejection. Publishers dismissed her manuscript repeatedly, but her mind held fast to a world of wizards and wonder. That inner world became a global phenomenon, not because of luck, but because she believed in it fiercely enough to make it real. The danger of negative thought loops. Just as empowering thoughts build empires, toxic ones construct prisons. A single thought like, "I'm not good enough," can grow into a forest of self-doubt if watered daily. Psychologists call this negative reinforcement. Repeating limiting beliefs strengthens neural pathways, making them your default lens. In the 1960s, a study called the Pygmalion effect showed how teachers' expectations shaped students' performance. Students labeled gifted outperformed others not because of innate ability, but because the teacher's belief in them altered their behavior and opportunities. Imagine the impact of your own thoughts on yourself. If you label yourself a failure, you'll act like one. If you see yourself as unstoppable, you'll move mountains. Exercise. Reprogramming your mind. Audit your thoughts. For one day, write down every self-directed thought. Categorize them as empowering or limiting. What patterns emerge? Reframe limiting beliefs. For each negative thought, write a counterstatement. Example, "I'm not qualified," becomes, "I can learn anything with effort." Repeat these daily for 21 days to build new neural pathways. Visualize success. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining your ideal future in vivid detail. Engage all senses. What do you see, hear, feel? This primes your RAS to spot opportunities. Chapter 2. Fear as your compass, the edge of growth. Fear is not your enemy. It's your invitation. It's proof you're standing at the edge of who you are, and the doorway to who you could become. Reframing fear. Most people treat fear as a stop sign, but high achievers see it as a green light. Fear signals you're facing something that matters, something that could redefine you. Neuroscience backs this. Fear triggers the amygdala, preparing your body for action. The same adrenaline that makes your heart race sharpens your focus and fuels your resolve. Rosa Parks felt fear when she refused to move to the back of the bus in 1955. Death threats loomed, yet she acted. Her courage sparked the Montgomery bus boycott, a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. Fear didn't stop her. It marked the moment her purpose outweighed her anxiety. Similarly, Elon Musk risked everything on SpaceX. In 2008, after 3 failed rocket launches, he was nearly bankrupt. Critics called him delusional, but he poured his last dollars into a 4th launch. It succeeded, securing a NASA contract that saved the company. Musk's fear didn't paralyze him. It propelled him. The cost of avoiding fear. Running from fear doesn't weaken it, it strengthens it. Avoidance breeds regret, the deepest wound of an unlived life. A 2018 study in Emotion Journal found that people regret inaction more than failure. The pain of what could have been haunts longer than the sting of trying and falling short. Bronnie Ware, a palliative care nurse, documented the regrets of the dying in her book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. The most common? I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Avoiding fear trades momentary comfort for lifelong remorse. Exercise. Facing fear. Identify your fear. Write down one goal that terrifies you. Starting a business, speaking publicly, or leaving a toxic relationship. Why does it scare you? Break it down. List 3 small actions toward that goal. Example, if public speaking scares you, start by recording a 1-minute speech for yourself. Act today. Take the first action immediately, no matter how small. Momentum builds courage. Chapter 3. Discipline, the engine of destiny. Success doesn't bow to inspiration. It kneels before discipline. While the world chases hacks and fleeting motivation, the greats build legacies through relentless consistency. The myth of motivation. Motivation is a spark, discipline is the fire. Motivation fades when life gets hard, but discipline carries you through. James Clear in Atomic Habits writes, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Systems are built by daily discipline, not sporadic enthusiasm. Muhammad Ali didn't become the greatest because he loved every workout. He said, "I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." His discipline, grueling, unglamorous, forged a legend. The compound effect of discipline. Discipline compounds like interest. Small, consistent actions stack over time, turning dreams into reality. Darren Hardy's The Compound Effect illustrates this. Writing 500 words daily for a year yields a 182,500-word manuscript, a novel. Skipping days disrupts the chain, stalling progress. Consider Angela Duckworth's research on grit, defined as passion plus perseverance. In her book, Grit, she found that disciplined effort, not talent, predicts success across fields. West Point cadets who stuck to routines outperformed those relying on raw ability. Discipline isn't flashy, it's foundational. Exercise. Building discipline. Choose one habit. Pick a small, daily action aligned with your goal. Example, 10 minutes of writing, 20 push-ups, or reading 5 pages. Track it. Use a habit tracker app or a physical calendar. Mark each day you complete the action. Aim for a 30-day streak. Anchor it. Tie the habit to an existing routine. Example, right after brushing your teeth. This reduces reliance on willpower. Chapter 4. Environment. The gravity of your circle. You cannot soar like an eagle if you keep walking with turkeys. Your environment is not neutral. It's either lifting you up or pulling you down. The mastermind principle. Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich introduced the mastermind, a synergy of minds aligned toward a common goal. Your circle shapes your standards, habits, and aspirations. A 2014 study in Social Psychology Quarterly found that peer influence affects everything from academic performance to health behaviors. Excellence is contagious, but so is mediocrity. Andrew Carnegie built his steel empire by surrounding himself with brilliant minds. He didn't just hire workers, he curated a team of innovators who challenged him to think bigger. Their collective energy amplified his vision, creating one of the greatest fortunes in history. The cost of a toxic circle. A negative environment erodes your potential subtly but relentlessly. Jim Rohn's adage, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with," is backed by social network theory. If your circle normalizes excuses or mocks ambition, you'll adapt to fit their mold. In contrast, consider Serena Williams. Her family, her parents and sister Venus, created an environment of relentless pursuit. From Compton's cracked tennis courts, they drilled discipline and belief, defying a sport dominated by privilege. Serena's circle didn't just support her, it forged her. Exercise, curating your circle. Evaluate your 5. List the 5 people you spend the most time with. Do they inspire growth or reinforce stagnation? Be honest. Seek elevators. Identify one person or community aligned with your goals. For example, a mentor, a mastermind group, or an online forum. Reach out to connect. Set boundaries. Reduce time with those who drain your energy. You don't need to cut ties, just prioritize those who fuel your fire. Chapter 5. Massive Action. The Currency of Achievement. The universe doesn't reward dreamers. It rewards doers. Massive, relentless action is the bridge between vision and reality. The myth of perfect timing. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. Success doesn't ask if you're ready. It asks if you're willing. Henry Ford didn't wait for public approval to build automobiles. He acted, iterating through failures until the Model T revolutionized transportation. His boldness forced the world to catch up. Similarly, Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, didn't wait for a business degree or industry connections. In 2000, she cold-called retailers, pitching her prototype while working a day job. Her persistence landed a deal with Neiman Marcus, launching a billion-dollar brand. Action, not perfection, built her empire. The power of momentum. Action creates momentum, which breeds confidence. A 2017 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that taking small steps toward a goal increases self-efficacy, belief in your ability to succeed. Each action, no matter how minor, shifts your identity toward the person you want to become. Oprah Winfrey's career exemplifies this. She started as a local radio host, taking every opportunity, however small, to hone her craft. Each interview, each broadcast, built momentum, leading to a media empire. Her success wasn't a leap, it was a series of steps, fueled by relentless action. Exercise. Taking massive action. Identify one goal. Choose a specific, measurable goal, e.g., launch a blog, run a 5K, or learn coding. List 10 actions. Write 10 immediate actions to move toward it, e.g., buy running shoes, write a blog post, enroll in a coding course. Do one now. Pick the easiest action and complete it within 24 hours. Speed trumps perfection. Chapter 6. You are the author. The pen is in your hand. Life is not a script handed to you. It's a book you write. Every thought, decision, and action is ink on the page of your future. The myth of a fixed destiny. Society sells the lie that your past predicts your future. But you are not your circumstances. You are your choices. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning that even in unimaginable suffering, we retain the freedom to choose our attitude. His decision to find meaning amid horror shaped his legacy as a beacon of resilience. Similarly, Malala Yousafzai refused to let a Taliban bullet define her. Shot at 15 for advocating girls' education, she chose to keep speaking. Her courage earned her a Nobel Peace Prize and amplified her mission globally. Her past didn't dictate her future. Her resolve did. Power of decision. Every icon, Edison, Ford, Lincoln, Jobs, shared one trait: decisive commitment. They didn't wait for clarity. They acted, and clarity followed. A 2019 study in Nature Communications found that decision-making strengthens neural circuits, enhancing confidence and focus. Deciding isn't passive, it's transformative. Your decision to write a new chapter starts now. Let go of pain, guilt, or regrets. They're not required for the next page. As Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. Your past taught you lessons. Your present offers a blank page. Exercise. Writing your story. Reflect on your past. Write one lesson from a past challenge that made you stronger. How can it fuel your future? Define your next chapter. Describe your ideal life in 1 year. What's different? Be specific: career, relationships, health. Commit to one change. Choose one daily action to align with that vision. Start today and review progress weekly. Epilogue. The revolution begins now. This is your revolution. It's not polite. It doesn't knock gently. It storms the gates of hesitation with fire in its lungs. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are right on time if you choose to begin now. The world fed you the lie that fate is fixed, but you hold the pen. Every thought you nurture, every fear you face, every disciplined step you take, every circle you curate, every action you execute, it all writes the script of your life. History doesn't care if you were scared. It only remembers what you chose to do anyway. So take the quill, write like hell, and let the world catch up to your vision.